It's the rundown.
Good job.
Dan and Dave are down at Ruff and Rowdy. Ruff and Rowdy 8 this Friday. Go become a Barstool Gold member, and then you get Ruff and Rowdy. So not only are you getting the pay-per-view, you also get our membership product. So go do that, or you can buy it individually at buyrnr.com.
What website do you get that at?
BarstoolGold.com/KFC. Rundown is brought to you by Robinhood. Rundown.robinhood.com. It is an investing app that allows the common man to make a little bit of money investing in stocks, ETFs, options. I think crypto's in there.
You got a lot of stocks?
I don't have any.
No.
Not a single
Guess
one.
Not a
Robinhood
one.
gets
I got like 7 shares of Google.
Can't beep that.
What?
You gotta beep that, I think, don't you?
Oh, okay.
I should get into it. I just like to keep my money where I can see it.
Like on your
Like if I want to type in one website and that's where I can go see my money.
So there's like your bank.
And when it's that's my
that's it.
bank. I don't. wanna say
I
my
like to
bank,
keep it
but-
where I can't see it because then I can't spend it.
No, I have
He
to.
keeps it in his mom's account. His mom controls
No,
the money
it's my account.
that his mom has control of.
It's just I can't access it.
Right.
Like I don't. I also don't have. I talk about this in the office with the people. Like I don't understand how you guys have money to spend elsewhere. Like the money I'm spending right now is just so I can survive each and every day.
Yeah.
Like every day I have an allotted amount of money so I can get to work. I can buy lunch. I can buy dinner. And anything outside of that, I just don't have that money. So
You gotta get by Robinhood.
So but that's the thing about Robinhood is that there's no minimum bets, no minimum investments. So like you can, whatever little money you have, you can actually use. There's no account minimums, there's no trade minimums, and they don't take any commissions. So a lot of other places will take a rip off of whatever you're buying and selling.
maybe I'll get
Not
involved with
Robinhood.
it.
Yeah.
I'll get involved.
And right now, when you go to rundown.robinhood.com, they'll hook you up with the free stock. So you can start your portfolio, Trent. You will actually have some stock.
Diversify.
And I'm talking like an Apple or Ford or Sprint, like a name that you know. Pow, they
I'm
will
gonna
give
be,
you some stock.
I'm gonna be Mr. Moneybags.
Yeah,
in the
buddy.
next couple months.
Go to
You gotta
Robin.
beep that too.
Why?
You can't be saying that.
Why not?
So Matt came over and told us this
I
morning.
can't say what.
Any stock names.
Then that's part. No, it's part of the thing.
Oh, he came over this morning. He was like, he told us. He was like,
All right.
you can't say names.
We'll find out.
This is
Rundown.robinhood.com. We start off. We'll quickly do some hockey. The Calgary Flames, which I didn't even know they still existed. I figured there was one of those teams that like got relocated.
yeah. That
They're
sounds
the-
like a fake team.
Right. They're the 1 seed in the West. They're about to lose too.
They
Hockey
are
is
also
so
about
stupid.
to lose.
No, but that's what makes it good.
I agree, but it's also like kind
The
of crazy if both 1 seeds are going to get. One got swept out of the building, the other one's about to lose 4-1. Like, this is crazy.
I would much
They're
rather
down
have it
3-1.
that way than
The NBA.
where it's like we know who's going to be
What's
in the
what's the
finals
point?
every year.
Like the point
Yeah.
of playing those games? Like, I mean, I guess you can get up to at some point in the NBA
Yeah.
playoffs, but like the first round is like, let's hope our stars don't get hurt. It's,
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah,
like
but that's
there's
why-
a chance.
what I
we'll
Like
like-
lose
when the
it.
NBA gets it, like when an 8 seed upsets a 1, like I still remember what was it, 2007 when the Warriors
did it.
upset. Like that's like people will remember that one because it's the only time it
It
ever
happens in hockey like every other year.
which is cool.
What I like is if they did the NBA type like league, and then I like the 5-game series in the first round, because then you can get an upset in there.
Wait, you like a 5-game series upset in what? In the NBA?
In the
A
NBA,
5-game
in
series
the NBA where it's still like the better team is almost always going to win, but if you do a 5-game series in the first round, it's like, oh buddy, you better handle your business because an 8 seed can sneak in there. Whereas in hockey, it's just a fucking free for all.
It's a different
It's
sport.
crazy.
You got to elevate your game and
Like I think that in hockey, the fact that an 8 seed can theoretically win, I think the Lightning like deserved better
think-
for being as good as they were in the regular
I
season.
believe-
like they deserve a fucking bye.
No. I believe let me try and remember this correctly. I believe that they both play 82-game seasons. Calgary and the Lightning, I believe, combined to lose 24 games.
It's crazy. And they're both going to be gone.
I think-
Isn't that a little bit too much chaos? I get what you're saying. It's awesome. Upsets are awesome. But it's like, what is the point of the Lightning being statistically like the best team ever? And then it's like, but in the playoffs,
Hey,
it doesn't
you
fucking
get-
It's not,
matter.
on
you
their,
get your-
it's not on the system, it's on the team. Like we're yelling at the system of the playoffs, but the Lightning should have not lost all 4 games
I
in the
know,
playoffs.
but it's almost like in a sport where the sport itself can kind of turn into a crapshoot, then I think you should get more of a reward for being dominant for 82 games.
You get a President's Trophy and then fucking show up in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Also, we're not going to finish hockey without talking about the Bruins coming back Friday. Tuukka Rask is fucking good. There's some. I don't know if we have time. I don't know if we have time. Tuukka let up a softie last night. I will allow people to say Tuukka should have had that Austin Matthews goal. He had 40 shots last night. Stopped 36 of them without Tuukka making a couple of incredible saves. Bruins lose that game. The Bruins got dominated most of that game.
So
they won 5-4. They got dominated 6-4 actually with Netter. But
so we're just gonna praise this goalie for giving up 4 goals in the playoffs. Just to be
yes,
clear.
on 40 shots.
Okay.
But you can't say anything if you didn't watch the game.
It was
a fucking barrage of shots the entire fucking game. Toronto was in the zone. It was like it actually brings me some joy to know that the Bruins still won, playing rather poorly, except for the 5 goals they scored or 6 goals they scored. They were dominant. Most of the game was played in the Bruins' defensive zone. They won.
4 goals a lot, John.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I wish I could say that, but I didn't watch.
Next
the game.
topic before I punch you both in the fucking face.
Fucking do it.
Well, we'll move on to something you like better. Gronk. Gronk dented the Lombardi Trophy playing like baseball with it with Edelman. Is this like a fake Lombardi? What's the Lombardi made out of?
Titanium.
For real?
I don't know.
Okay.
If it was,
I don't know.
if it was though, like I could see
When I
Gronk
see silver, I
denting
think
it.
titanium.
I mean, like that's
fair.
a legitimate dent. I thought this was like a joke at first, or I thought then when I realized it was real, I thought it was gonna be like a little nick. It's a full fucking dent. It's not like Julian Edelman was throwing like 80 miles an hour or 90 miles an hour.
Gronk was probably swinging at 120.
No, he bunted.
Oh, he bunted?
He just held it out.
Oh.
He pretended to, and then he just turned. I was like, what is this? Is this
All
a
I
fake
know is-
Lombardi? Like,
It's-
hey, we're running out of them, guys.
The,
The Patriots have too many. Here you go.
responsibility of this falls, as a father, you understand this. That like you can't give your child a fork and let it play by the electrical socket.
No,
You can't
you
give
give Gronk a
Gronk
shiny toy.
and put him on a baseball field. You give Gronk anything bigger than, I don't know,
Anything
2
that
fists.
sort of resembles a bat.
You can put him on a baseball field.
He's gonna swing
I'm going
it.
to hit something with this.
Yeah.
That's the way he is.
These
Yeah,
are the stories we're gonna miss without Gronk.
Well, we'll get him back soon.
I was gonna
Well,
say,
yeah,
we'll miss
I
him
guess.
for 4 months.
But if
He'll hold the next Lombardi Trophy.
once he ends up actually retiring, we're never gonna get stories of like, hey, did you see the story about the guy who used the Lombardi as a bat
fucking
and bunted
bat.
it on the field and left a dent in it? So I like these.
Well,
stories.
I
Every
guess
time hear
also
them.
when you win one Lombardi, you just like you take pictures and you're happy to have it. When you have like 25 of them, you're like, I don't know, let's play baseball with this one. Let's fucking, I don't know, we'll just
That's
throw
what-
this one off a bridge. Let's do all sorts of shit with
You know
this
what?
one.
I
don't
always
know.
notice around the office, like, pairs of my sneakers. And I'm like, oh, yeah, those are mine. What? I
Just taking them from underneath your desk.
I just like I just leave them all over. Like,
Yeah.
I'll have to change shoes
That's-
for
that's
something.
Lombardi trophies.
And that's Lombardi trophies in New England. It's just like, oh yeah, I
Oh,
forgot
that
about.
one's got the dent in it.
That
because
one's
we took
ours,
it to
too.
That is
Fenway
kind of
and-
cool that it's like that one will forever be.
Yeah, I
different.
hope they never fix it.
Yeah.
I hope they never fix
No
it.
way.
Is
gotta
that one
leave
of the
that
ones that'll like go in a case, so it'll be like
I think so.
the 5
Yeah.
of them.
I think
They're
there's
like,
only
oh,
one.
there's the dented one.
I think it's
'Cause
one
get
per year,
confused
right?
that if they like,
Yeah, one per
do they
year.
make a bunch of them and they travel around, or is
No,
there
it's
only
not like
one?
the cup.
It's
no,
not. Okay.
You get a new one every year. I believe it's just the cup, and I think there's only one World Series trophy.
The World
I
Series
think it's
trophy
so
sucks.
forgettable.
Am I wrong about that?
Basketball,
Larry O'Brien's get made every year.
basketball,
Lombardi's
and
get made every
baseball's
year.
trophies suck, and I don't know what like
Is
why they
World
can't
Series the
figure it
one that looks like a stadium?
out. You want to come on? Come on here. Come on here. This is 1/3 of the greatest Phoenix Suns podcast on the internet. Suns out, guns out.
I heard the word basketball. My mind immediately went to Suns.
Do you think that your Suns will be winning the Larry O'Brien at any point?
Oh, Kevin, it really depends on the way the ping pong balls bounce.
I know it as a Knicks fan.
Yeah.
We're going to be going toe to toe soon.
We are. Yeah, no, I wasn't excited for the draft lottery until I remembered my
You're a
die-hard
Suns fan.
Suns fandom. And that's now we're bitter enemies. It's sad to say.
Hundreds of Suns out, guns out shirts are being sold.
I heard it was trillions.
It's the premier Phoenix Suns podcast. Go download it now. It's
First
oddly
episode out
enough, it's section 10 on iTunes.
It's definitely not a Red Sox podcast.
Definitely not. For sure
Says
not.
so right on the shirt.
As of right now, I don't know what's going on.
So, Jared and the section 10 guys
I'm just sitting
said
in this chair, holding on for dear life.
Jared and section 10 guys said that if the Yankees get swept,
Sincerely, you're like, what is happening?
they said if they got swept in the 2-game series with the Yankees, that they would abandon being a Red Sox podcast and become a Phoenix Suns podcast.
I see.
That's right.
And so they are
I've
now
been seeing a lot of
Suns
Phoenix
out,
Suns
guns
stuff on my
out.
Twitter timeline, and I just like push it down. Just I don't know what this shit is.
Dude, embrace the Suns. What's wrong
I
with
didn't
you?
know. I don't know.
As of right now, I don't know what's going on.
At this point of the conversation,
stuff.
I am lost without a paddle.
Great stuff.
Before we move on from Gronk, kind of, we have to. Sometimes it's just like when Gronk does something and it hits you, like how lucky we are that that's his name. Like, imagine
that's
his name
true.
was like Robert Miller.
Agreed.
Like, that's not like Robert Miller doesn't use Lombardi Trophy
That's
as
a
baseball.
great
He
point.
milled it up.
I believe that about Elon Musk. I don't think Elon Musk would be shit if he had if he was just like Jeffrey Smith.
Now we're talking.
If Gronk,
fucking talking.
if I don't think Gronk would be an idiot if his name wasn't Gronk.
He wouldn't be in the league.
He wouldn't love the
Wouldn't
number
have made the league in the
69.
first
He would
place.
just be a
But
normal dude.
yeah, I think he would just like even if he
The,
was just a football player, he would just be like okay, I'm a normal football player. But I'm
Gladwell
Gronk.
in Tipping Point, Gladwell has like a chapter on names and how it was about like where you got preceded in class. Like that's where like smarter kids sit with like the better name. Like Gronk is the same way. You could do like
gonna
he
be
could
an
have
idiot.
that on a chapter on like athletes or celebrities where like,
Yeah.
you don't become that if your name isn't that.
Your name sucks.
Yeah.
Well, you guys aren't talking about the Suns anymore, so I'm gonna leave.
Here's something you know about Trent. Game of Thrones. Jon Snow says that he also almost lost a nut riding the mechanical dragon. They have like a mechanical bull type of thing for the dragon scenes. So in the latest episode where he was riding the dragon, he hopped on, and it's all CGI and shit, but the thing actually moves pretty violently. And he said his right ball got like stuck on something, and he legitimately thought he was going to lose a nut.
I read the article on this, and it said the mechanical bull grabbed his nut and almost ripped it off, and then in parentheses they said the dragon effects are added later. It's like, got it. Thank you for that.
To be clear,
They're just like, just so you know, that wasn't real. It doesn't happen in our current world. But you almost get your nut ripped off. Like,
Would you
almost like-
sign for this? This is what I said on my blog. Like I looked at some pictures of Kit Harrington, like before Game of Thrones. He's like 22 and he just looks lame and he just is lame. And you think about like starving actors in LA or like barbacks, you know? And it's like, all right, you can be in an iconic TV show, but you got to give up a nut. Was there anybody who would say no?
I was gonna give him a whole dick.
yeah.
Would you give up both nuts? Would
I think,
you be,
yeah, take both of them.
Would you be like an Unsullied? Like that's what's funny is he's actually trending towards what George R. R. Martin writes all about. Would you give up your nuts?
The Unsullied are everything.
Right.
Varys is just the nuts. If I remember
Okay,
correctly,
that's
right?
fair. Losing the nuts is the real
See,
problem
because
because
Varys was all of it too.
He gets asked, but he never answers. Someone says that they take like the church and the steeple or whatever they say. The pillar was it? Yeah, there was something about the pillar, and he doesn't answer. So because maybe that means he's both too.
So where does he pee from?
Vagina, probably.
The nuts is the real problem. You lose your nuts, you lose like all the testosterone, and that's
Yeah.
right. Your dick is not great either, but I feel like your balls are more important.
I'll take. I mean, I don't know.
I think
I
it's-
don't know.
I think
To be
Yeah.
Jon Snow, you'd give it all up.
Dick, I wouldn't give it all. You can't give it. If you,
Can't
this
give
is
up
the
all.
thing about when you like hypotheticals where you give it all up. If you give it all up for $1 billion, $1 billion doesn't matter anymore. You got that money, so you could use your dick.
Yep. Facts.
No, I
Like,
didn't.
I know you like you're saying
I
you
would
buy
get $1
cars
billion
now,
so
but
I
you're
could spend
buying
money.
those so you can fuck. And
I
use
don't
your
think
dick.
so.
Now here's
I-
the thing. You're right.
Okay.
It doesn't apply to this guy. He's a fucking weirdo.
I think
Like,
I
he's-
just
You don't like,
sick.
wait, you don't like using your dick?
Yeah, he's
I mean,
really
I
out on
enjoy it, but it's just like I'd rather be rich.
See, I think they're hand in hand.
Yeah,
I
like
think
the
they're
reason you
very-
get rich.
I don't think
Yeah.
I'm not Tony Montana. I'm not getting the money, get the power, blah, 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 blah. I just want money.
See, I'm much like the Chappelle, where it's like I don't care about cars. Like I want a nice car because girls like nice
Yes.
cars.
I probably wouldn't even get a nice car. I don't know what I would spend it on. I might not. I might just put it in one bank account so I can look at it. That might be what I do. I might take it all out and just
Don't
put it on
play
my.
to my strengths there. I was like, yeah. I'll just sit there and look at that shit all day long.
Like
That's
I
kinda
wouldn't spend
fun.
all day on Twitter refreshing. I just spend all day on my bank account. Be like, whoa,
I would
this got
say
more.
that
This
the
number
good
keeps
thing
going
about
up.
being super rich was that I just wouldn't have to do anything. It's like
That-
Office
well, you know
Space
what-
where it's
you know
like,
what
what would
else?
you do? I would do absolutely nothing.
Well, the point of being rich is the feeling of superiority over other people.
Right.
It's just I'd be like, I'm better than you.
You know what I might
You
do
be
if
quiet,
I
I'm
got, if
richer
I
than
got really rich? I might, and I do this because it pisses me off. Like I might just be one of those people who lives like really poor still, and then people
but you
will be
got
like,
it.
you know that guy? He's actually like a fucking 10 billionaire.
It's almost
And then be like, what are you
aggravating.
talking about?
Yeah,
I remember I was on the vineyard one like summer. Some dude drove by like a real rickety old truck, and it was like this thing was broken down.
Yeah.
Like, it was like a donkey was pulling it. And like my dad talked to him for a minute. When he drives away, he's like, you know that guy owns a fucking gas company. It's worth billions of dollars. And I was like 7. I was like, that son of a bitch! Why is he driving a Lamborghini?
It's like Warren Buffett who like lives in Omaha.
right.
So
Yeah.
It's like,
so
come on.
stupid.
Andrew Luck uses like a Nokia or a flip phone. It's
grow.
infuriating, and I'd probably do it. I would get rich just to troll
Just
the
to troll
world.
people, yeah.
Just to troll the world.
Richest troll on earth.
Yeah.
I mean, the benefit of being rich here is you could just keep this job and then just like come when you want it. It just become part of your thing.
Yeah.
I'm the super rich guy.
Right.
And you can do whatever
My
you want.
I just have a podcast called I'm Super Rich. You know what I mean?
Here's
Like,
what I
this
did
is it.
today.
What's your shtick? I'm rich.
I'm rich. That'd be a great shtick to have.
I mean, yeah, someone
The
has
man
it.
who built a whole career off it.
Nah,
Literally
not so,
all
you
you
know,
can do.
I take that back. It's not so
You're having a
good.
good rundown, Trent. Fun.
By the way,
so to go back to it, I would give up one nut to be Jon Snow. I'm not giving up both my nuts.
also,
Or
I
my
know
dick.
I know this game, this long ball game. I live this game every day. I sit on my nuts like twice a day. It's awful.
Long ball.
It's
You're like,
awful.
I'll get them ripped off to get rid of that problem. so I don't
Just
sit on
like
my nuts
I
all the
know
time.
this. I just know this game. Like I know
What
sitting
is-
on a funny seat where you're just like, oh, that was a nut.
When they hang so low, it's like,
Well, like I think
Come on, man.
Jon Snow's might drag on the ground. He's so little.
yeah,
If
he's
he's
tiny.
long ball Larry and he's little,
That's a combo that's going to be a disaster. You might step on his
he might have
nuts.
to wear a diaper all around just to keep those things in check.
I picture him wearing like that Borat bikini thing,
Yeah,
just to
neon
to hold his nuts up.
Yeah.
Like, is Jon Snow wearing a jockstrap? Just in everyday life? Yeah, I got to keep my nuts in.
I'd give up 2, but I'd keep the shaft.
Okay.
For Jon Snow's
I think
life.
I'm keeping dick and a ball. You guys, we got the run
Can
of
you
the
get
gamut here.
hard without 2 balls?
I think so.
Is it because it's just the
One
blood,
nut's
right?
fine. Well, nuts are like kidneys. You just need one.
Yeah, but no, but you said
But
both.
if I get rid of 2, I can't get hard.
Oh, well, you might be able to get hard, but you lost like all your testosterone and your sex drive and stuff. So
you
maybe
can
not.
fucking shoot that shit up like heroin, though.
True.
There we go.
That
Yeah.
seems like a bit of a headache.
But it's
I'm
like,
rich, but I have to like I have to shoot my
That's
testosterone
like what
like heroin.
rich guys do that with old guys with Viagra. It's the same thing.
And with young people's blood.
They're like
Yeah.
vampires.
Yeah. So, yeah. But also, while we're still on Game of Thrones, I just saw this before I got up. I forget their names, the directors. Deardoff?
Yeah, whatever. Weiss and
Yeah, Weiss and Deardoff, I think. But
Benioff.
Benioff, sure.
Benihana.
He had like a slap bet or a slap game in one of the earlier seasons with Jason Momoa.
Who's that?
Khal
Khal
Drago.
Drago.
Not a guy to get in a slap game with. Momoa sent him to the fucking hospital.
Yeah, dude. No shit.
No kidding.
Yeah, dude.
You just gave a free shot.
Dude,
from
I-
Khal Drogo?
I didn't. It was honestly like as I was getting up to come over
You
here.
do-
I
you
saw-
do-
Holy moly.
Can you fact check me here? Not fact check me, but tell me what exactly happened.
The writer and
the director, and
director
Jason
and
Momoa.
Jason-
Khal Drago had a slap game was the quote in the tweet, and put him in the fucking hospital.
I mean, you play that game with like Dinklage. You don't play it with Momoa.
Yeah, you do like Arya versus Dinklage in a slap bet. Not fucking.
Yeah.
It's David Benioff, one of the writers.
Yeah.
It's about how actor Jason Momoa put Benioff in the hospital by playing the slap game. Benioff explains his logic for taking on a notoriously strong man mountain in a physical contest of pain. We're going to challenge the cow because if I beat the cow, I am the cow. What follows is a surreal story about Momoa's competitiveness and Benioff's ability to back down.
Just slapped him and knocked him out and put him in the hospital.
Like, all right.
I
well,
actually like. I think it's kind of cool. All of these things I think are kind of cool. Like, if I was
Heavy
Jon Snow-
drinking was also involved.
what's that?
Heavy
Drinking was
was
also
that
involved.
makes more sense.
I would like. if I was Jon Snow or Kit Harrington, I wish I would have lost the nut because it's almost like the dented the Lombardi, where you're like this is my fucking I lost this shit on Game of Thrones.
badge of honor. Yep.
That I would do the slap game with Khal Drago
Would
just
you do-
because like I hope he puts me in the
Would you
hospital.
rather
for
do
the
the slap
story?
game with
That'd be best case scenario. in the
Drago
hospital.
or the Mountain?
Who would I rather have hit me?
Yeah.
Probably.
Drago. I think
The Mountain's a
The
freak.
Mountain is. I think the Mountain is like 4 feet taller than Drago.
Yeah. Did you see that breaking news? That he did steroids? I'm
yeah.
fucking kidding.
Yeah.
And we'll be talking about all this on Game of Stools now. We're talking about Bran on Kimmel, what's his face losing a nut, all the money that the actors are making, how much they're all making per episode, the Mountain on steroids, slap bets, all of it. Game of Stools, we're going to 2 episodes per week for the rest of this final season. Download it on iTunes now. Also, we're going to be doing some crossovers with some other Game of Thrones podcasts, so check that out.
Who makes the most on that show?
Jon, Cersei, Jamie, Dinklage all make $500,000 an episode.
And then it's a
And
drop
then
off.
it's a stark drop off.
Nice.
She's 175 Sansa.
Sansa,
But she was
Arya,
like she's
and
like
fucking Bran make $1.75. Bran, who's barely in the fucking show.
He missed a whole
well he makes
season.
175 now because he's
Yeah.
gonna be the show a lot.
I guess so.
I wonder. He didn't make money the season he wasn't there, right? Or is it maybe?
I don't know how that works.
I would assume he made less. Like Sansa was asked about it and she explained because I think people immediately tried to steer her towards the pay gap type situation. She's like, no. She's like,
He works a lot harder.
She's like,
Yeah.
Jon had like 70 night shoots.
Yeah.
Like,
she
where
said, she was like, you can keep that money because you've been working your dick off.
Got it.
Or your balls off.
Nice.
Zion did a gender reveal for these fucking loser Duke fans. Dunked a basketball and it popped out blue confetti.
Yeah.
You think he got paid for it?
You can get paid now, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't think he did.
Could have checked.
You
No,
think so?
I don't think he did, but
could.
I would be like,
The first thing I
yeah,
did,
pay
yeah.
me $17 million.
I mean, if you're gonna do one of these, this might as well be the way to do it.
Yeah,
Because the other ones are like old, like dads trying to do stuff.
Yes.
Trying to hit a baseball or whatever.
Right.
This is like Zion Williamson.
Right.
Dunking a basketball.
Remember when Kirk Cousins almost missed that target?
No.
He had like a thing and he threw a football at it and he barely hit it from like 10 feet away and it hit like the bottom corner of this box. He almost missed.
Was it his own or was
Yes,
it somebody else?
it was his own.
Daddy's
bad.
always happy.
Daddy's always happy. Baseball, we got pimping home runs and beanballs galore. Tim Anderson on the White Sox hit one and he fucking pimped this shit. He fucking threw his bat and was like backpedaling. It was an all-time pimp job, and then of course he gets plunked, and then of course the bench is clear and the bullpen's clear. I'm okay with all this, I think.
I think I'm good with both, right?
Yeah.
Like the whole, if we're gonna pimp home runs and we're gonna then throw the baseball at him later, I think that's all just
It's a
part
wash.
of the game.
I think
No,
it's
I
ridiculous to
disagree.
get. I think it's ridiculous.
I used to.
that they plunk
I've
him.
come around on it. I don't think it's okay anymore.
Which one?
The plunking.
I don't think it's okay, but I like it.
You're
It's
throwing a
I think
baseball
it's-
96 miles an
yeah.
hour at somebody. Like,
Well,
you can
yeah. I
hurt
mean,
somebody.
if you ever actually hurt somebody, then you're a fucking asshole. But I kind of like that. It's absurd. It's like I will let you basically dance at home plate,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna throw this baseball at you.
It's
96
Okay,
miles an hour.
then the rest of the team, when I charge the mound, the rest of the team can't come help you.
So that a caller on WFAN called up today and said they should make a rule. If you leave the benches, you get a 5-game suspension. If you come from the bullpen, you get a 10-game suspension. And so it'll just be like,
I
okay,
like that.
then it's
Yeah.
Then
Okay,
so then
if
it's
you
a
wanna throw
third.
baseball,
so
be
you
fine.
can
You
pimp,
take me next.
and then I'll hit you, and then we're gonna throw hands.
Right.
And whoever wins wins.
I love
Yeah.
Pippin, and I don't know if you guys have seen Tim Anderson's video after the game.
No.
Tim Anderson tweeted a video that is, the caption on it was "Stick Talk," and I don't know what rap song it is, but it's a rap song over just a clip of him repeatedly throwing the bat.
Well, somebody
It's
on the
awesome.
on the
See,
Blue
that I like.
Jays.
Yeah,
That's good,
I
too.
love that.
Somebody on the Blue Jays tweeted, "We're getting a little ridiculous with home run celebrations. Guys are pimping home runs that are like don't even mean anything." And Tim Anderson responded to him on Twitter and was like, "Put my name on it
Yeah,
next
he
time, so
hit
we know
him
you're
with an
talking
at.
about." So he's
At me though.
yeah, with a couple emojis, Black Twitter style. He was not fucking around.
Yeah.
I
think he finished it
love
with
Tim
though,
Anderson.
THO. He was not playing around.
And today, baseball needs as many headlines as it can get. If that's going to take pimping home runs and then plunking the guy, and if that's what it's going to take, that's what it's going to take.
I think you're a little bitch if you throw at somebody afterwards just because your feelings were hurt. But I'm okay with this whole process.
Yeah,
There's
exciting.
still, I need to remember the pitcher it was, but there was a pitcher earlier in the season who said something along the lines of, "If you rip me, you can flip me," and every pitcher should be able to fucking celebrate with strikeout.
That's what Marcus
A
Stroman
big
said.
strikeout, you should be able to fucking get jacked up, yell on the mound, pump your fist. A fucking massive home run, you should be able to flip your bat and get excited too. I don't want it going the way of the NFL where it's orchestrated things.
Right.
I want it to be just pure enthusiasm. Like, I don't want it to be like you're dancing, riding the bat, or anything like that. But
Yeah.
like, if you fucking smoke a ball, just
It's
throw the
just
bat
like,
in the air.
Whatever your first thing is, if you're just like, fuck, like
Exactly.
a burst of whatever, that's great.
I'm okay with all that. I do think it's a little weird if we're talking about the second inning of a game in April. I would just maybe save your like real antics for
But
home runs that matter.
you might not
But if
happen
it's just a
again.
genuine like that's what happened, then it happened.
Yeah, like I just hit a ball 400 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck
There
yeah.
are 200 people in the world who can do that.
Yeah.
I just flexed that on everybody.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get excited every
Did you
single time I do
see
it.
Dame Lillard against Russell Westbrook?
No.
That was awesome. So he D'd up Westbrook, like stuck him good. Westbrook lets a 3 fly, misses it, and somebody else on the Blazers grabs a rebound. As soon as he realized it was a miss, Lillard was like, "Ah!" like started to walk back down the court. They give him the ball and he chucks it up from like 35 feet and nails it in Russell Westbrook's face. It
Yep.
was a great sequence. It was
That's
an
great.
awesome series.
The more emotion, the better.
Yep.
I think.
Joey Votto, by the way, we're on baseball, popping up to first base for the first time in his career is bananas.
Is it first time popping up to first
First
base or
base.
to a first baseman? Like, has a first baseman made a
I'm
catch
not
in
sure.
shallow left or shallow right?
I don't know. That's a good question.
That,
a good question.
changes things.
Yeah, I guess it does. You're right. In general, his pop-up numbers are just a joke. Like
Yeah.
year by year, it's like 3 pop-ups, 2 pop-ups, 1 pop-up, like in general.
It's also
He had never had a pop-up that was caught by a first baseman.
Okay, that's impressive.
Yeah,
it's also
that
one
is.
of those.
very impressive.
Also one
And
of those
by the way,
stats-
what is like pop-up? Like if he hits like a warning track home run, is that like if he mashes the ball, are we calling that a pop-up?
No, it's
It
a
wouldn't
fly
be
out.
caught by a first baseman.
Huh?
It wouldn't have been caught by.
No, I know that, but also like
Oh, no, I don't-
his
I think-
year-by-year pop-outs in general are very low. But like
Yeah,
if you
I
smoke
think a
a ball,
pop-out's
if
gotta be
someone,
shallow outfield.
okay, that's what I mean.
That's
There's
a
an
fly out
actual
to deep.
number. Okay, yeah.
It's also one of those stats that we're all just believing.
Yep, definitely. Like somebody
I'm not
out
gonna
there is
check on
counting
it.
all those. Yeah.
Like this could have happened 300 times, and I'd be like, "Holy shit, man!"
We gotta have Trent on the rundown more. Real quick, very cool blog from Hubs about Michael Carter Williams. Hubs, being a Q's fan, wrote about MCW, saying he's just trash. And now Michael Carter Williams has had a big bounce back, and he's doing big things in the playoffs. And he DM'd Hubs and was like, "Just want to let you know, I read your blog, and this is motivation for me." And like, kind of stuck it to him, but in a polite way. And Hubs was very much like, "Cool, like good on you." And he was very open, being like, "Yeah, it was tough for a while, and you and a lot of other people were being mean to me, but now I'm good."
I would never in a million years do this.
Which
what Michael Carter did?
reply back to Hubs.
I would.
Don't give him the satisfaction.
Hubs would be on a list or something
Aria
like
style?
that. I would. In fact, I would just mute Hubs, and
Yeah.
I'd never see anything like that ever again.
Yeah,
I would never be like, "Hey man, thanks for the motivation."
It wasn't even
Hubs.
really-
I'll come fucking kill you.
it wasn't like thank you. It was like.
But it
hey,
wasn't as mean as it
no,
could have been.
He could have been like, "Fuck you, you little weasel."
Yeah.
And instead he was just like, "Hey, read your blog, and now I'm good. What do you think about that?" And then they had a nice back and forth, and Hubs finished off funny, being like, "All right, well, credit to me for
Yeah, I'll take
for
some
your
of that
success."
contract money.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
When he first sent the message, I thought he was just gonna fucking
roast
roast me.
you.
Not
Yeah.
only would
Roast
I
the
wouldn't
shit.
send that message, but also if I was you, I wouldn't open that message.
Don't let
I
him
was
see
at
red.
the Yankee game.
yeah.
I was at the Yankee game, and I just get it, and I don't follow him on Instagram. It's just from the Carter 5. I'm like, who the fuck is this? And I click on it. It's Michael Carter Williams. Like, what in the what? And this blog is from last February.
Yeah.
It's just insane.
I mean,
been
and to be
waiting.
fair, you weren't wrong when you wrote your blog. It's much like your tweet about the Lightning.
And someone replied to me on Twitter and said this blog aged well. It did. I mean, it's about last year. He was a terrible basketball player last year.
Things happen. Yep. That's last year. He was bad.
People just don't understand
Time
what
just
that means.
continues to move and things change.
That's how the world goes.
That's just it.
Yep.
That's really all it is.
All right.
Remember this blog about how Michael Carter Williams wasn't good? Feel old yet? Nice. Thanks, Trent.
I'll give that. I like that shit.
That's it. Ruff and Rowdy on Friday. Everybody needs to understand and respect that what Jeopardy James is doing is greatness, and you all should watch every single night at 7 p.m. Jeopardy. He is the greatest competitor of all time.
What's his daily average earning? Like,
He's had $700,000 for 9 episodes, so whatever that
I was
is.
gonna say I read a tweet that he's creeping up. His average earning is creeping up to being the record. Like his average day
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
the world
Well,
record.
well,
World Jeopardy
he's
record.
the owner of that. So the original record.
No,
was-
I know he's the owner of it,
Right.
and he's the owner of it. One
Now
and two.
he just keeps going.
But like
By far.
his total average is about to be higher than the
Than what he
highest
did that
ever.
one time. Yeah, the original average was highest was 77,000, and then he went like 110, and then he did 130.
damn.
It's
Pretty
sick.
good.
Ken Jennings made $2.5 million in 74 episodes. He's at 700,000 in 9. So he's gonna do. If he keeps it up, he'll make $2.5 million by like
So
30.
what was this guy doing?
He's a professional gambler.
Great
he lives in,
question.
he
But
lives in Las
like
Vegas.
Jeopardy's been around forever.
Huh?
What has he been doing? Why
Yeah.
has he been waiting so long to come on Jeopardy?
I don't know. Maybe he was perfecting his craft. He
He's
went
just
40
been-
for 40. Everything that he buzzed in on, he got correct.
No.
He didn't get a single wrong answer.
Man, I haven't been paying attention.
And he's got to get on his clicker game because I want him to just get everything.
To clear the
I want him
board.
to clear the
board.
board. Yeah, that'd be so sick. And he's a robot. I mean,
Is-
everybody
is,
loses.
is
he'll
Trebek
lose
around to be
eventually,
watching
but-
this right now?
What's up?
Is Trebek around to be watching
Yes.
this? He's still.
Yes. Although I
he's-
think Trebek just put out a video saying like we just wrapped up this season, so I don't.
That's
I
some
hope we don't
bullshit.
have to wait for like months to come
If
back.
something like this is happening, you extend the
Extend it.
season.
Well, I'm sure they're still going, but because like when Ken Jennings did like 75, that was over the course of like one a night. But when you do it, you sit there and you do like 5 in a day.
Oh, okay.
You do a lot. I think. Well, at least you do multiple. I don't know how many. So he might be going right now, but they might not just air it until like the TV networks like do that. You know what I mean? But if I gotta wait more to get my Jeopardy James fix, he's
Yeah,
the
you
greatest
just-
competitor. He's the best at what he does. He's better at his craft than anybody ever at their craft. He's better at Jeopardy than Michael Jordan was at basketball. He's better at Jeopardy than Tom Brady is at football. He's the greatest at all things.
All right, maybe I'm going to have to tune in.
We'll see.
Spread the good word.